from doubt into truth, from addiction into freedom, from depression into life, from anger towards God to thankful for his sacrifice. Amen. This young man, he would ask so many questions. He had to know all the hows and the whys. He had to know everything. But many times this blinded him from seeing that there is beauty in things unknown. This is where we begin. Questions, 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 and more questions. How do I escape the thoughts in my mind, always asking when, how, and why? I can't escape the never-ending inquiry of the contrast between imagination and reality. Which is which? I don't know. And that scares me because I must know the difference between truth and a lie. So many voices trying to teach me truth. But who do I listen to? Is truth even a possibility or just another hopeful fallacy? I must know why. So, God, because you're the one that I've tried to follow, why? Why do you expect me to believe in something that you know I can't fathom? Honestly, God, I've been a good person. I've followed your word and given you worship, yet I arrive at a crossroad of more and more doubt. But if you know all the answers, God, then why haven't you spoken to me? You see, God, I've called your name time and time again, but I've gained nothing except an empty voicemail. Hello, this is God. Please leave a message after the tone. Why don't you answer the phone, God? Why haven't you heard my call? Every night I fall on my knees crying for you to set me free from this bondage that surrounds me, but nothing. What am I doing wrong? What have I done to deserve this life of emptiness? Where is the joy, the peace, the love, the promises? Where are you, God? It feels as if my steps are a frantic craze. It feels like I can't find your grace. It feels like I'm running and running and running only to remain in a static place. It seems as if the painting of my story is merely an allegory for a jumbled mess, a frightening distress, a stagnant yet desperate process. You see, God, I've been tossed amid an ocean of confusion, questions, sin, and depression, an ocean that grows darker and darker the deeper and deeper I sink every day. I reach and claw for the surface, but there are chains bound around the bottoms of my feet. I've fallen into the vicious, perilous, atrocious trenches of the sea, but as I struggle for a sip of air, I watch everyone else around me breathe freely. How can this be? My faith is diminishing, my hope is dwindling, my love is suffering. My love is suffering. My love is suffering. Remember this. Even when your love for yourself may be suffering, God has already suffered to show you love. Amen. And if he, the creator of everything, has humbled himself, stepping down from his heavenly abode, creating and making the ultimate sacrifice for you, then you can love yourself too.
Amen.
The truth is, God, I'm tired. I am tired of fighting the fire, scared and outnumbered. I am tired of doubting your boundless and mighty power. I am through with trying to learn about you instead of living with you. It's time that I wake up and pick up my sticks and 3 stones, for only you can conquer my infernos and unknowns. So today, God, instead of asking, today I'm giving. I give you all of my questions. I give you all of my sin. I give you all of my depression. I give you all of my addiction. I give you me. Here I am, Lord. This is me, lost and tattered, broken and shattered, with nothing to give other than me. You see, when I finally and fully committed myself to Him and gave all that I am, God began to move. He began to rearrange my thoughts by giving me new eyes, a newfound vision to see past my old worldly decisions, to focus on a new and eternal glorious mission, a new perspective to look again. And with my new eyes, I was able to see that this whole time, God had been right there beside me. He was the shepherd and I the sheep. I was lost and wandering blindly while He was calling, come, follow me. And for a long time, I was too afraid to take the leap. But when I did, God caught me. I was no longer falling. I was running on the water where I once was drowning. And like a silver refinery, God stepped in and changed my sad and hopeless story into a reflection of His true and magnificent glory. So the question is, what is your story? What are you painting on your canvas? More importantly, who is holding your brush? If it is you, then why haven't you let go? What's holding you back? Is it your questions like me? Is it your sin? Is it your depression, your anger, your fear? What's holding you back? You see, God can move in your life when He has all of you. That includes your pain. That includes your anger. That includes all of your sin. He can turn your story into His perfect masterpiece. All you have to do is have faith and let Him paint. Thank you.
Something that goes along with what Austin just painted. There was a song that was penned a few years ago called "The Brush," written by Chuck Milhoff, an evangelist, and I just thought that was it. Sharon and I just went through this a little bit on Wednesday. So if you're still struggling with those things, the altars are open. You're free to come and pray.
Out like a canvas, God started painting on me, but I took the paintbrush from Jesus and painted what I wished to see. The colors I painted kept running, and the objects were all out of sight. I had made a mess of my painting. My way now seems so unwise. With no condemnation. nation.
And he never mentioned
The mess I had made. Then he dipped his brush in the rainbow, and he signed it, the price has been paid. And I gave the brush